What you doing?
All the fun stuff.
This
Sometimes
is new.
you gotta improvise here.
Great ingenuity. 4 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, 4 out of 5 for sure.
Wake up, honey, I made you breakfast. Fresh coffee and bagels too. A new day is waiting for us. We got lots of fun stuff to do.
Oh my goodness.
We're from Indiana, so we feel your pain.
It's snowing back there today.
It's cold.
You're not imagining things. We are back to puffy jackets and beanies.
Don't it seem like a drive? Like putting on
A long drive.
Uh-huh.
We're doing like these 1-hour drives in between these state parks, and it's nice. It's just really weird. We don't
Yeah.
normally do that.
All that, and then you're here in like, we got here in under an hour,
Yeah.
so.
Check-in is at 3. Normally we call ahead and say, can we check in early? But we're getting here at like 2 o'clock, so we're like, even if they can't get us in, we'll find a parking lot for an hour and it'll be fine.
Yeah,
I think we'll be there. But of course,
it's raining.
it's raining. It's Florida. It's Florida. It rains every day.
It was
right?
snowing at home.
It was snowing at home, and it was gorgeous this morning. We got to walk outside. Very grateful, but it is raining, so we get to unhitch in the rain. Unless maybe it'll stop when we get there. Maybe it's just a light
It'll just park it late.
sprinkle. Honestly, it might.
Alright, we're at 20.
Site 20, which is pretty much all the way to the back. So we have full-timed in our camper for like 3.5 years, almost 4 at this point. And just in this last month, I have developed a new fear. Like, I never used to worry about this, and I don't really know why I do now. But I'm so nervous that we're gonna unhook the camper and it's just gonna roll down a hill. And right now we're on a fairly tilted site. The chocks are down, but they're like these flimsy pieces of plastic holding our house from rolling down a hill and just like cartoon blowing up. Oh my goodness. I don't like it. I don't like it. Chocks work?
I didn't like that at all either.
Oh my soul.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
It is cold.
You're not imagining things. We are back to puffy jackets and beanies.
So the cold is affecting the majority of the U.S. on the eastern side. There's a big nor'eastern coming in, what, next week?
Keenan, no, I think it hits in the next couple days.
Ugh, so anyway, so it's cold.
We ran from Izzy, and now Keenan's coming this way.
Oh well.
Oh well.
So we are gonna go explore this morning. The park officially opens at 8 o'clock. And we're in the campground, so we can walk right over to the boardwalk area before 8, so we're trying to beat the crowd a little bit so we can get a view on these manatees this morning.
Yep. It's definitely a popular park. We lucked out with the campsite using Wandering Labs, which is an awesome resource. If you guys haven't used it, you can just sign up for alerts that'll search the sites to tell you when there's an open site.
I don't want to tell people about that though, because it's actually really legit.
We're always selfish and like, but this is such a good resource. We're like, but we love you guys and we want to share this with you. So anyway, that's how we got our spot here, and honestly the campground's real nice, real small.
Yeah, it's pretty small.
After the initial fear of the camper rolling backwards down the hill, we've had no issues.
Oh man.
But the actual park does get really busy because you have great views of more manatees than I've ever seen in my life, which is super cool.
Yeah.
Maybe since it's colder this morning, putting a positive spin on this weather, maybe since it's colder there'll be even more manatees.
Maybe.
You think?
Maybe. Did you count all of them yesterday though?
Yes.
Yes.
411? No, 422 yesterday. I have resources. The
Right.
rangers do a count on them.
Let's go check it out and head to our next spot.
It's funny how it all played out. Broken dreams seldom get realized. For me, you were a part of life that escaped and left me outside.
So the spring's actually down there. So the warm water is coming from down there. And then this is the river where they actually swim inland and then go up the spring to get the warm water when it's cold.
The will of time, and that you were still a friend of mine. Our story wasn't over yet, and no one can tell what's coming next. The journey is not ours to control. The journey is not ours to control. I'm glad that it is so. I'm lucky it is so. I'm running at the speed of light, trying to see.
We told you guys a while back that we installed a bike rack on the back of our camper here. This thing has actually been amazing. I was a little bit worried about it just because, you know, we can't see back here, worried about the bikes falling off or, you know, anything like that. This thing has been amazing. I'm so glad we put it on there. I haven't had any issues with it. I get people that ask me about it all the time, so I'm going to drop the link down below to the one that we bought. But if you guys are interested in putting a bike on your back bumper, I would highly suggest this one. Now that we put the batteries in the pass-through, I think what I'll probably do is put the tire on the A-frame at some point, and that way I can take a little bit of weight off the back here. But I've been really happy with that bike rack. So I've mentioned this before, but one big tip that I have, guys, is when you're traveling, make sure your pass-throughs are closed, your doors are closed obviously. But one thing you can do is lock them. I've had these doors come open while we're driving down the highway, and I would highly recommend that you guys lock these on travel days, and maybe don't leave stuff in the door like that rag right there. Yeah, just a quick little tip that can save you a lot of trouble down the road. Just lock those pass-throughs before you leave.
Okay, so we honestly liked this park, Blue Springs State Park, but our site and a lot of the other ones we saw were kind of unlevel. So not only did I freak out about the camper being on such a slant, but we were unlevel left to right too. So we had to put the camper on what I call Legos, some of our stabilizer blocks. So I'm gonna have Mike pull forward a little and get those out, and then I'm gonna go dump and hit the road. I don't think they were lying when they said one of Florida's, if not the most visited park, one of Florida's most visited parks. It's Saturday at 1 o'clock and it's cold. It's like not nice outside, end of January.
But the manatees.
But the manatees. Worth coming to. Don't let that deter you. But again, get here early if possible.
Yeah, they open at 8, and you could see the people coming in at
Yeah.
8.
On a note about it being so busy, there were signs we saw, right, that said that they limit capacity.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, if you have your heart set on getting there, I would get there early, especially on a weekend, especially in January. This is manatee season, so I'm really glad we went to Blue Spring. It was really cool.
Next stop,
Next stop,
Flagler Beach.
Gamble Rogers, and I can't remember the full name of it. I probably should. All right, you ready?
It's like Gamble Rogers Recreation Area or something.
Pretty good. He did pretty good. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna pull a mic and I'm gonna read it. Gamble Rogers Memorial State Recreation Area at Flagler Beach.
Yeah.
From this point forward, we will either call it Gamble Rogers or Flagler Beach. I don't even expect Mike to remember all of that. That's a mouthful. The chocks were wedged. Whoop. Early bird gets the worm. And some frostbite.
It's a frostbite.
right.
It's so dramatic.
That was a little dramatic. It's not that cold. So the spring.
Oh God.
You okay there?
I'm good.
Full goat. We're doing this.
Full goat.
That's all I got. I love you.
Just put the camera down.
I'm going to.